All right, welcome back. Alachua County Athletics and Events Center here in Gainesville as we continue coverage of the North Central Florida High School Football Media Day. Unofficial start, I guess, to the season in 2024. And we're now joined now by the Branford Buccaneers. Coach Tim Clark, 8th year coach. I tell you, that's one of the longer tenures in the area.
Time flies, man.
Yeah, I know you're not that old, so I mean, but talk about last year. 7-3, made it back to the playoffs for your team.
Right. That was a big goal of that group, that senior class. They wanted to, maintain a winning streak that we've had there. Several years without a losing season, make it back to the postseason, which they did. And we're disappointed in our performance in the postseason. But it gives us something to be hungry for this year.
Right.
It was a good group, lost some key kids, but that was a fun group to be around.
Yeah, I know you built this program to the point where it struggled for you, but you got it to the playoffs. And I'm sure that, as you said, the motivation now is to win a playoff game.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
How's the offseason been for the team?
It's been a good offseason. We've stayed busy in the weight room, stayed busy 7-on-7, getting field work done. So we're anxious to get the thing rolling for real, put helmets on the 29th.
Yeah, I see you got 5 seniors here. How many seniors do you have overall?
We'll be, I think it's 12 or 13, something like that, which is a relatively large senior class for us.
So what's the schedule look like for you this year?
So we're 5 new opponents this year. So we keep that slate that's been pretty traditional for us. And then we have Lafayette, we have Trenton, we have Bell, we have Hamilton and Hilliard. So those are 5 tough public school programs that are year in, year out. They're going to be not easy football games for us. They're what we want in the meat of our schedule. Outside of that, having 2 seasons, winning 7 games, it was tougher this scheduling cycle to try to fill those other 5 games. If you with those 5 that we have that are kind of the meat and potatoes of our schedule, if you schedule 5 more juggernauts, it can be rough.
Right.
So for one hour football. So I'm pleased with how it shook out, but there's not a single week that we're going to have where anything is a gimme. We're going to have to fight every single week.
Did the region change at all? Like, still Region 3, or were you?
We're still Region 3.
Right. Has anything changed?
Well, there was in the reclassification. There was some movement around. It's shifted kind of back, but it's generally the same region that we had.
Okay. So you've got. I'm trying to remember now.
It's
I get back in football.
Lafayette, Hilliard, Hamilton, Branford.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think I said the schedule. How's the schedule for you?
I'm pleased with it. Like I said, it's one of the tougher ones that I've had to put together. It was a little more difficult to fill those remaining 5 games. So we've got 5 new ones on the schedule. No, you're good. I
think I've been here too long.
Yeah. So the new ones for us, we're opening up with Oak Hall. I got my schedule here in front of me. Then we take a long trip. We try to take one longer, that 2.5-3 hour trip per year, where we give the kids the experience of packing travel bags, getting on a charter bus, and hitting the road. I think that's an opportunity that a lot of kids don't get in rural towns. So we're going to Weewahitchka in week 2.
All right.
Other than those ones that I already mentioned, the 3rd new team, Saints Academy out of Orlando, we're playing them. We kind of worked some communication last year where we thought we might play them when we had a potential cancellation with Hollis Christian. We ended up playing them. Hollis Christian came through, so we said, well, let's table it and try to put something together for the next year.
Yeah,
right. So we did. So we have them on the schedule. Stanton Prep out of Jacksonville.
Okay.
We're going to them, and then the final new game will be our homecoming game, the 25th of October against Jefferson County.
Okay.
So it's definitely a tougher schedule in my opinion than we've put together in recent years, and we're going to have to work to stay healthy and fight every single Friday night.
You want to go ahead and introduce the guys who are here with you?
Absolutely, yeah. So these are all seniors for us this year. Number 2, Trevor Maddox, plays inside linebacker, running back for us. He's a guy who's played a ton of football for us in big moments, big games. So he's a leadership guy on both sides of the football. Brings physicality, one of our stronger, harder hitting players, and kind of sets the tone in the run game and stopping the run for us on the other side of the ball. Number 6, Damian Herrera, senior quarterback, DB. He's played receiver for us. He's played about every position in the offense, so he's making the transition to quarterback this year to be that facilitator for us and get us in the right looks, get us in the right reads, and operate the offense. So we're happy to have him there and the growth that he's had through the spring and the summer, he's ready to produce for us. Number 4, Troy Roberts. He's another senior guy for us that plays in the skill positions about everywhere we need him. So he can play DB, he can play outside linebacker, he can play safety in the slot or over the top. He's on offense, he can play outside, inside, he can play wing back. So he's one of those Swiss Army knife guys that is going to fill a lot of roles, play on special teams, and we know we're going to get at him, and that's wide open. 67's Thomas Rollerson. He plays on defensive line primarily for us and has now transitioned where we're counting on him on the offensive line as well. But he's a fast twitch guy, plays with good leverage, strikes, and is an aggressive football player in the trenches for us. So he's hard nosed, and he's going to have to be prepared to play both ways and get it started on both sides of the ball in the trenches for us. And then finally, 58, that's Cole Payton. He's a senior that's played. He's a 3-year starter on varsity. He's played offensive line, he's played defensive line this year. He'll play both. He'll play about every snap of the football game. We know he can play guard, he can play tackle. He can snap the football if we need him at center, so he's really the anchor of the front, especially on the offensive line. If we need a yard or two, we're gonna run it behind him or put him where we can run it behind him. So those are 5 seniors that we know we can count on, and that's why they're here with me today.
What's the mix of run pass maybe for offense? Would you say?
So my offensive philosophy has always been be as balanced as possible. If you have the ability within your offensive scheme to be as balanced as possible, then at the high school level, the cyclical nature of kids coming in and kids coming out with graduating classes, you may lean towards the run some years based on your front and your backfield, and you may lean towards the pass based on your Q and your skill players in other years. So this year is a season I believe we can progress back to being more balanced. In the spring, we showed we can run the football when we need it. Trevor can get the hard, tough yards when we need to, and we can still be as balanced as possible, especially in the quick and intermediate passing game with Damian and the athletes that we have on the perimeter. So that's what we want to be, is balanced.
Okay, we'll go ahead and talk to the guys here. We'll go left, right to left, I guess, left to right, wherever. Trevor Maddox, we start with you. And Trevor, senior. All you guys are seniors, but looking forward to the senior year, being a senior leader for this team.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and hold on the microphone, though. Sorry. I see your numbers, 101 tackles.
Yes, sir.
Really crazy numbers. But you play linebacker and running back. Which do you prefer, one or the other? I mean, I know most of the guys have to play both ways, probably, right?
Yeah. Probably linebacker.
Oh, you like linebacker?
Yeah.
It seems like you got a lot of tackles here. Are you the main running back?
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Okay, that's right. Is there a game on the schedule you're looking forward to playing? Maybe.
Every game's just as important.
I was trying to think of that, but a rival. But yeah. The senior group, they're pretty close together. Seems like you guys are. Yeah. What have you been working on in the off season?
Just
To get better. I mean.
getting better. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go ahead and pass it to Damian. Damian, how you doing?
Good.
So you're moving to quarterback. How's the transition been?
It's going fine. It's doing good.
Yeah, that's what's the hardest part of that, really, maybe?
Just
Nothing? Yeah, okay. I mean, are you looking forward to as a quarterback's the leader, basically. You looking forward to that, having that position?
yes, sir.
Yeah. You also play the DB?
Yes, sir.
How do you? Yeah, 2 interceptions. So what's the? You prefer quarterback or DB? Or
Just whatever's best
play
for the
wherever?
team. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Is there a game you're looking forward to this year? Maybe no. Man, tough group. No, I was kidding. All right, we'll talk to Troy Roberts. Coach called you the Swiss Army knife. You can pretty much line up anywhere. Where would you prefer? Where do you like being?
I mean, I like every position.
You get the ball.
Probably
Get the ball?
receiver is my favorite.
Yeah, that's. He says he's got running back, wide receiver, linebacker, defensive back. So you play all those.
Yes, sir.
What have you been working on in the off season?
Just getting stronger. Feet work, speed, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's. I noticed you're 5'8", 155, so I'm gonna give you a little bit bigger. Yeah. Looking forward to the senior role.
Yes,
senior
sir.
role. Help you guys. What's it going to take for this team to to make it, maybe win a playoff game and get?
Keep that brotherhood strong. You know, the leadership on the team, leading the younger guys, it's important.
Okay. All right, we'll go down to Thomas. Thomas Rollerson, getting down to the big guys there on the end. 70 tackles last year, so obviously pretty good defensive lineman. You play both lines, though, right? What position are you on offensive line?
Offense, I am right guard.
Right guard, okay. Do you prefer either one, offense, defense? Like, I would think the defensive line maybe, because
I like defense. I like both of them pretty much
yeah.
the same. I mean, I try my best in both positions that I play. So
yeah. Is there a game you're looking forward to this year?
not really. Every game's pretty much the same. They're all important.
They've all been listening to coach. Every game is important. That's right. Well, what have you been working on this off season?
Well, I've been working on pretty much getting stronger in my hand work and my footwork.
Yeah. All right, let's talk to, where are we? Sorry, I lost track. Cole Payton here. Cole.
Yes, sir.
I don't think there's a lot of 6'2", 275 guys probably that you
No, sir, not
play
around that area.
at that level. I mean, have you been kind of growing this off season, or
Yes,
was
sir. I've gotten a little bit taller, a little bit bigger, of course, but also just trying to get better for the team.
Yeah, you like playing the offensive line or defensive line? Do you?
Yes, sir. I like playing both, which I mean I try my hardest at every position I play, just for the team and for myself.
Okay. All right, guys. We appreciate it. Thank you.
All right,
Thanks for
thanks.
coming,
Have a good
Coach.
one. Yep,
Yeah, you
absolutely.
too. Coach Tim Clark and the Branford Buccaneers.